What's up guys, hope you're doing great. Today it's a nice day in Tokyo and as you can see it's autumn. We are at Kuhonbutsu, which is a beautiful Buddhist temple in the neighborhood of Jiugaoka.
You probably know already, but in Japan the colors of nature in autumn are stunning, as the autumn leaves, called koyo in Japanese, show a rich spectrum of colors going from green to red, and all the nuances in between, which is actually quite rare and exceptional in the world.
So every year in autumn, a lot of people will visit parks, gardens and temples like here.
This tradition, called Momijigari, which literally means hunting the momiji, has been carried out for centuries. Note that the word momiji refers to the maple leaves tinted in red or yellow, symbol of fall in Japan, while koyo refers generally to the natural process of the leaves changing colors in autumn. And to not make things confusing, they are written with the same characters. In Japan, you'll also see a lot of ginkgo tree leaves which turn in a nice yellow hue. Their seeds smell very bad though. And nowadays, Japan attracts crowds from all over the world during this mesmerizing season to some very popular scenic spots. But local and foreign visitors really tend to concentrate in the same locations.
So Miyuki and I, we don't really like the crowds and we went to visit some nice places this autumn that I wanted to show you in this video. So grab yourself a drink and let's go.
A few weeks ago, mid-November more precisely, we picked a car and headed to the Yamanashi prefecture, 2 hours of driving from Tokyo to reach Kawaguchiko, or Lake Kawaguchi. On the northern shore of the lake was being held the Fuji Kawaguchiko Momiji Matsuri, or Fuji Kawaguchiko Autumn Leaf Festival, which is usually hosted from October 30th to November 23rd every year. The festival centers around a bunch of scenic spots around Lake Kawaguchi, one of the most popular being the Momiji Kairo, or Maple Corridor, which is a walkway lined by over 60 maple trees. The place is also famous for having stunning sceneries of autumn foliage with Mount Fuji in the background. Unfortunately, that day the weather was cloudy, so Mount Fuji was barely visible. We were hoping for less crowds on a weekday, but Kawaguchiko being easily accessible from Tokyo, tourist buses stop here and people tend to be concentrated around the main spots.
Kawaguchikoに来ましたけど、ちょっと人多いよな。
So we decided to head to Lake Yamanaka, where we planned to stay for the night, preferring locations with fewer people where we can enjoy nature more peacefully. About a 10-minute drive from Lake Yamanaka is the Ishiwari Jinja, located on the 8th peak of Mount Ishiwari at an elevation of 1,413 meters. To reach the shrine, firstly, you need to climb 403 stone steps. It might not be clear in the video, but they are quite steep. After finishing climbing the stairs that almost made us turn back a few times, there is a mountain trail. We walked about 25 minutes while enjoying the autumn sceneries and finally arrived at the Ishiwari Shrine. The Ishiwari Shrine, as its name suggests, is a unique shrine centered around a large rock split in the shape of the kanji character Ishi, meaning stone or rock. There is a belief that passing through the crevice of this rock 3 times in a clockwise direction can bring good fortune. The crevice is narrow, just enough for children and even average-sized adults to barely pass through. The legend says that individuals who have done wrong might get trapped or wedged in the rock.
山を下ります。気をつけてね。ちょっと暗くなるから急いでる。一緒に行く。ちょっと怖い。茎が多いしね。あそこはだから山中湖はね。
We didn't have enough time to go, but another 20 minutes of climbing leads to a breathtaking spot at the mountain top, with a panoramic view of Mount Fuji and Yamanakako.
そう気をつけて。
As it was getting darker on our way back, we hurried down the mountain.
ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。ほんま見えない。今何時
?5時2分。
OK。
ここは5時までに降りないとダメっていうことが分かりましたね。
If you plan to visit, be careful of the time. Next on our itinerary was Iwanachaya, the inn where we stayed that night. Located in the Yamanakako village, it is actually the second time we stayed here, as we came once 4 years ago. Back then, there was a lovely dog named Pazu, who became the inn's mascot, but unfortunately, it seems we won't be able to meet Pazu again. However, we were relieved to hear that the cat was still doing well. Before dinner, we went out to visit the Yuyake no Nagisa Momiji Matsuri. The autumn leaves were beautifully illuminated, and there were various attractions like food trucks, bonfire areas, and cafes, making it enjoyable beyond contemplating the foliage. Additionally, there was an exhibition by Team Lab. For those staying in Yamanakako village, you can receive a certificate from your accommodation and enter the exhibition for free. The egg-shaped lights change their colors and sounds whenever they are touched by people or moved by the wind. It's a fantastic and dreamlike atmosphere where you can see, feel and touch the lights, creating a truly enchanting experience. Back to the ryokan, we enjoyed a delicious dinner. At Iwanachaya, there are 4 private onsen baths in which you can soak in as much as you want at any time. Very early in the morning, we went to see Mount Fuji as the view seemed to be clear. Due to the recent higher than average temperatures, the snow at the summit of Mount Fuji had melted. However, I feel fortunate we could see Mount Fuji during our stay because shortly after, in the span of few minutes, Mount Fuji disappeared again behind the clouds.
富士山でした。皆さん。
After enjoying a delicious breakfast and soaked one last time in the bath, we bid farewell to the cat and headed to our next destination. We drove for about 15 minutes to reach Kawaguchiko Field Center. Around the center, located on the northern foot of Mount Fuji, you can find the Funatsu Tainai Juke, or Funatsu lava tree molds. There are more than 100 of this rare geological phenomenon called Yogan Juke. These were formed around 1000 years ago during a volcanic eruption of Mount Fuji, where the lava flowed into the forest and solidified around large trees, preserving the shape of the trees within the solidified It's an exceptionally rare geological formation and it is believed that it can be witnessed only in two places in the world, Mount Fuji and Hawaii. The Funatsu Tainai-juke have been designated as National Natural Monument and are one of the World Heritage Properties of Mount Fuji. We will talk more in details about this place maybe in a future video dedicated to Mount Fuji and its premises. As the weather started to be unstable, we left Yamanashi and headed back to Tokyo. Of course, there are a bunch of places in the surroundings of Tokyo where the autumn leaves are worth the detour. This time, we went to Mount Oyama in Isehara City, Kanagawa Prefecture. It's about a 25-minute bus ride from Isehara Station on the Odakyu line. Be aware that during the autumn foliage season, the buses can get very crowded. Mount Oyama stands at an elevation of 1,252 meters and is known for being easy to climb. It is selected as one of the Kanto Hyakumeizan and one of Japan's Sanpyakumeizan. There are two climbing routes, the men's slope harder and the women's slope easier, as well as a cable car option. We chose the easier women's slope for our ascent. While climbing the women's slope, there are 7 mysteries along the way that you can enjoy to see or try to understand. In about 25 minutes, we arrive at a temple called Oyama-dera, known for its beautiful momiji trees. We came the 1st of December, and I have to say that the peak might have been a week earlier as a bunch of the leaves were fading. From Oyama-dera, it took us about 20 minutes to reach Afuri Jinja. Afuri Jinja is a sacred mountain known as the guardian of the Kanto region and draws visitors for over 2,200 years. We took a break at the tea house on the premises, Charyo Sekisan. Charyo Sekisan has been recognized with 2 stars in the Michelin Green Guide Japan. On clear days, you can enjoy stunning views extending to Sagami Bay, the Boso Peninsula, and even Izu-Oshima. Having dessert and coffee while admiring this breathtaking scenery made the break very relaxing. They recommend trying the coffee brewed with the sacred water, believed to be water that brings longevity. So if you have the chance to visit, definitely try it. From here, it takes about 1 hour and a half to reach the summit, but having started the climb a little bit late, we decided to descend. For the way back, we tried the cable car. It takes approximately 7 minutes to do the descent from Afuri Shrine, making it easily accessible even for those who have pain to walk. In this video, I showed you how we enjoyed autumn in Japan in 2023. As you could see, the autumn foliage draws a lot of people, so sometimes it can be hard to enjoy peacefully. But there are a lot of less known places not far away the famous spots to enjoy some tranquility. Thank you very much for watching. So this is the first video on my YouTube for 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, we are already in February and the video is about autumn last year.
So I know I'm pretty late. I hope I will be able to share more this year, so stay tuned and take care of yourself and your loved ones. See you in the next one. Bye bye!